Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Doby, and today, it is my extreme pleasure to talk with the CEO of Team Combat League, Ahmed Sheikh. He is an amazing creator. He's got the patience and intestinal fortitude to put together a multi-generational, let me say generational, because he's got some former WBA folks in his league and the new guys that are in the league. And also, this is the first professional boxing league or fighting league that includes women. So I want to say thank you for what you're doing for the sport and welcome, Ahmed.
Thank you, Jerry. I truly appreciate it for having me on.
Man. So look, from the inside looking out, we got to get the background on Ahmed, man. What in the world made you decide to create a boxing league that included not just men but women?
I think it was the need of the hour, and being a big Lakers fan and a Kobe fan, I just love the part. I follow NBA, the bragging rights. Being in the time and the era where we are, all the younger generation, it's all about the bragging rights, right? Boxing did not have any league format, and I saw it as an opportunity, and I saw how much the younger fighters they don't have a platform. It's a lot of politics. A lot of times even the deserving fighter, does not get signed to a promotion house. There's a lot of politics between a promoter, the coaches, the different gyms. I wanted to create a platform where everybody is welcomed. If you have the gift from God, where we all have different gifts from God. Somebody can be a professor, somebody can be an engineer, but then there's people like the fighters. God gave them hands, an ability to move. And so I saw that the platform was missing, and I came up with the idea. I co-founded this with Mark. We went through it somewhere, somehow. uh, Within 6 months, it was very fast. We came up with the idea. We got a lot of no's. You're crazy. It's not going to happen. And then, alhamdulillah, but when you put your heart and soul into it, and we came across a lot of good people in the process, here we are today. It's unbelievable, given the fact that we started our season at an Indian reservation at Mohegan Sun, and then we got to, the state of California. They approved us. And alhamdulillah, here we are doing the semifinals. Last night was a lot of fireworks. It was amazing, and going to the fact that we're going to the Mega Brawl now. We have an all-star match lined up. Then we have a halftime show. And then eventually, the finals will take place between Atlanta and New York City. A lot of exciting stuff happening.
It's amazing. So before we get into the match coming up Sunday, August the 23rd, at Thunder
August 20th.
Studios. Huh? 20th.
August 20th.
Yeah, I'm old. So I meant the 20th. Sunday, August the 20th, Thunder Studios, Long Beach, California. The history in the making. It's going to be dope. What was there a defining moment when you knew this is going to work?
Well, just a moment when we came up with the idea, it was like I knew it is going to work because, the younger generation, they like action. This is all action. Every round, you have a new set of a fighter that gets in there, and it's action packed. Because everybody's trying to do better. They're fighting as a team unit.
Right.
So a lot of these camps, when you go behind the scenes, they take this as a family. So when the other fighter gets into to the next round, he's trying to make up for the previous round.
Right.
Like I'm going in there for my brother, or my sister, or whatever it is for my team player, and I'm gonna go give some beating up there. So it's a lot of action. So I knew it right then and there. This is going to be a hit, inshallah, and we've got a great response. We've really got a great response.
Okay. So both male and females, your championship week for the Combat League started on the 15th. running, culminating obviously on the 20th at Thunder Studios in California. You got a name act, Austin Trout, who, has been in the ring against Miguel Cotto, Jamal and Jamel Charlo, Canelo Alvarez, and he's facing off with Vlad Panin of the LA Tin Goose, and Panin has a 16-1 pro record and 8-6 in the TCL. But talk to me about the excitement of having such a name fighter, headlining during this event.
The fighters, the fans asked for it. We did an opinion poll. I had a few names out there, our media team, and then the fans asked for it. And, luckily enough, we had some contacts, that knew Austin extremely well. Chris Gilmore, he really helped me, creating that conversation and that dialogue going. And Austin, I mean, am I shocked? Yes. But am I really shocked? No. Because eventually, I see pretty much boxing is shifting, and you have to shift with how everything is going, like the atmosphere, how it's changing. This is for the better. The fighter's safety, 1 round, all action, right? Given the fact that, in traditional boxing, you have 8, 10, 12 rounds of boxing, the fighters, from a safety point, is far more exposed. This is much simpler, and it's just very accommodating to the fighters' safety aspect. So Austin Trout, when we spoke with Austin about it, Austin was a little iffy about it, but then we said, look, if you are all about boxing, what you've gone through, given the fact what we are doing for the fighters, paying for their camp, for their accommodation, they're getting great salary, they're getting paid every 2 weeks, they're getting health care. Austin signed up. Austin said, I'm in, I want to support the younger generation. I want to create and support a path which is safe, for the boxing community and for the fighting community. So, he agreed, and here we are, with Austin. He was on the panel yesterday, so he's been a great support to us.
One of the things that stood out to me as I was looking at the programming format, the 1 round, and I thought that was great. I'm like, you go in there and give your 3 minutes, and you're not exhausted by round 2, or and nobody's taking an exorbitant amount of damage. Whatever you can do in that round that you're in there, that's what it is. But unlike the times when it was 15 rounds of boxing and you had, heavy hitters like Ali and Foreman and Liston beating on each other, for almost an hour, you know what I mean? And seeing some of the fallout, obviously Ali with the Alzheimer's and things like that are coming out, and the TBI, the traumatic brain injury things that came out. I said, well, you know what? These guys aren't all about the money. They're really about the sport, the longevity of the athlete, and protection of the athlete. And also, some of these people are running around on the chitlin circuit, as we call it in the music industry. Maybe you make $200 for a backyard boogie, you know what I mean? But there's no health care. You're paying for your own. If you make enough money, after your manager takes his 20% and, your trainer, et cetera, and you're providing. The only thing that I even saw even close to it was when the UFC did something similar years ago.
Sure.
But the fact that it's in boxing, thank you for your leadership, and thank you for caring for these human beings who happen to be elite athletes and giving them a platform to go get it in. This is much more exciting to me than watching 2 guys, one run because he got hurt in the first 3 or 4 rounds, and then he's running for the next 3 or 4 rounds, and I've got to sit there and like, I didn't pay $50 for this. So, it's an amazing platform. Salute to you guys, you and Mark. So
thank you.
The teams competing during the championship week, everything's by city, folks, kind of like basketball teams, etc. New York City Attitude, which is led by Coach Ryan O'Leary and Coach Benny Roman. The Las Vegas Hustle, Coach Dewey Cooper, and the DC Destroyers by Coach Barry Hunter, and the Atlantic Attack, by Coach Mustafa Meekins. Well-rounded slates of fights, very exciting from the clips that I've had an opportunity to see. Your team has been very forthcoming with content. I'm going, okay, at some point we'll get an opportunity to speak to them. I'm glad that the time is now. It's an amazing benchmark for Team Combat League, and I salute you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there anything that outside of what we discussed here that you wanted to cover? And I would love to have you back. Would you please consent to come back and let's do a real deep dive on TCL? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I just wanted to point out, when we were thinking about the format, we got a lot of no's and we got a lot of bad feedback, as I should say. Don't put the women in the same team, or in the same matchup, or in the same card as a team format. We're all about equal rights. If we talk about equal rights, you have to be honest about it. And given the fact, that's why we wanted to make sure that the same points that matters for the male fighters, it should matter for the female fighters. So their points are equally as important as the male fighters when it comes to getting equal rights, from healthcare to the pay scale opportunities. Everything is pretty well regarded. Everybody's equal. So equality to us means everything. Yes, you can be in the fighting game. It doesn't have to be violent. You can put up a great show, but you have to stick together as a team unit. Those are the basic principles of TCL, is how to make the communities around us a better place to live. Yes, we can be in any sport that we want to be. Most importantly, boxing. Boxing was always looked at as a very violent sport. That the fighters are not sane, and they're like, you can't get around them, and they're not the ones to be as a team unit. They don't roll as a team unit. It's a very lonely individual sport. And that's what we try changing, that no, even if you are a fighter, it's okay. Even if you're aggressive, you could do anything and everything inside the ring. But when you come outside the ring, the level of respect is maintained, the integrity is maintained, and we can all live together as a family unit and, just leave our business, whatever it is, inside the ring and move on with our lives as normal people. So I just wanted to point that out, and obviously appreciate you making the time for me and, highlighting Team Combat League. And we'd love to have you come over. I would love to extend the invite even more so for you to come and witness history in the making, the first Mega Brawl 1 on Sunday, August 20th at the Thunder Studios. Please, it would be our honor to have you come in and be at the finals with us.
I would love to. I am a cheer dad, and my schedule does not permit me, and I'm in Kansas City, so
sure,
my schedule is not
only fight away.
Hey, come through. I will come. But September, if you got anything going on in September, I will be on a plane in a heartbeat to come out and support and cheer you guys on. I appreciate the corporate mindset that you have.
Thank you.
The corporate citizenship mindset that you have, in that supporting good people, doing good business, and ensuring that your people are taken care of is it's an example that more corporations could follow. And the fact that it's coming from a combat sport is even more impactful, in my opinion. And so I salute you, and I look forward to talking to you again. I'm going to get with your team and make it happen as fast as I can. September, I will get on a plane, come wherever you are, and we will do this for real. Sound good?
Yes, inshallah. I look forward to it. Thank you so much, Jerry.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Ahmed Sheikh's Team Combat League. Check it out. If you're in Los Angeles, Long Beach, in the area, you're a boxing fan, support this. This is a great, great concept. It's a great group of people they put together. Amazing entertainment. Their key point is safety and longevity of their athletes. And I'm happy. So August 20th, Thunder Studios, Long Beach, California, Mega Brawl 1, History in the Making, and the TCL All-Star Match will serve as the co-main event. They're going to get it in. Until next time, we're out.
Thank you.
As an artist, we should reflect the time.
Why you so talented?
Cause I'm black.
Why you so amazing?
Cause I'm black.
It's really important that we build characters so that people understand their story matters.
2 Chainz and I both are just really into good food.
And when you know you are royalty, you will only aim in life to be royalty.
We're doing it right now. I don't give a damn what they say about me. Yes, I called your ass out. I know I shouldn't be saying this kind of.
Shout out the Hype Magazine Network.
Shout out to the Hype Magazine Network.